Work, Doug. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of grinded that game out. It was, we knew Stanford coming in off the loss to UCLA, and you kind of don't want to go 0-2 the first two games in league play. So I knew they would, they would play really hard, which they did. My main issues, if you're upset about it, a game you won in league play, which you really shouldn't, is the turnovers. We had two little patches. In the first half, we kind of lost our way, and we had some poor turnovers. In the second half, we just, we weren't working to get open. We were, they were stealing it and laying it in. So, we were kind of giving away points from our offense, so putting, more pressure on you. So our defense was actually a lot better than the numbers even say, because, the offense, unfortunately, didn't play well at times. But I liked, again, how it's sometimes you could lose a lead and then more enormous game pressure, and then you can never recover. But the guys did and made some good plays out there to close it out.
Even victories, you had issues on the board, but today was an exception. What was the better effort on the boards in your opinion?
I mean, it's hard to really put your finger on. I mean, I thought Warren was great, with rebounding, and our plan was to try and speed them up, make them uncomfortable. Make them shoot a fraction of a second quicker than they want to shoot. So I mean, I'm pleased that we only gave up 13 offensive rebounds. I mean, that's good. When you're looking at one of the tallest teams in the country.
You're 8-1, the first time since 2018-19, 2-0 in the Pac-12 for the first time since you've been in ASU. So how does it kind of feel? Like, what's the calibration of where you're at right now?
I never was, and I don't want to say like I thought we had it the whole way along, but like I never was feeling panicked over there, or I just kind of, I have a feeling that we have a group that really knows how to win and have proven that they can make winning plays. And so even as things were looking dicey at times, it's still, I trusted that we would find a way. But I feel good. I mean, we should feel really good. Not only our Pac-12 record, our overall record, and just what we've done so far, but we got to move on after this.
You talked in the past too, obviously, about defense and found the wings, and even in this game, I mean, there was some shot clock. They had some shot clock violations, shooting rush shots late in the shot clock. But how do you feel that? I mean, from this group where they started defensively, that they're receiving your message and responding to that?
Yeah, I thought the pressure was great tonight. The intensity of how we guarded them was good. Don't have any issues with our defense. It's what it's our bread and butter, and we got to play with that type of energy. And we knew on film that Stanford had shown that they, if you could speed them up a little bit and pressure them, that they could turn it over and. Or shoot tough shots. So we didn't want them to be able to run their half-court offense and use their size around the basket. So I thought, our defense kind of followed, the game plan we put in place.
It seems like this group has an exceptional ability to get in the passing lanes and get deflections, clean strips. What separates this team now from previous teams? Is it more personnel, mentality?
I've touched on our depth, and again, when you could keep fresh bodies on the court, I think we had one guy that played over 30 minutes, and so you're getting guys out there that are able to sustain a few minutes of high level, high energy, and then you bring someone else in that's willing to do the same thing. Then you're going to have a consistent effort, and I think that's it. And look, throughout the summer and even in the fall, when we're trying to run offense, like I see Des Cambridge jumping passing lanes, and I was getting mad because we're trying to run and execute, and he's like blowing everything up. So it was happening to me all summer as I was trying to run plays, and fortunately for us, he's now doing it to other people.
You mentioned Des, and I feel like he stepped up whenever you guys need him most. How does it feel to have a guy that comes up clutch all that ball?
Yeah, I mean, he's played a lot of college basketball. He's got a lot of confidence, yeah, I mean, he's a guy that we could really that we trust out there to make big shots and big plays.
I know it's hard to compare, but if you look at the analytics, you're right there at the top of the country in a lot of categories. So how does it feel about this team's defensive capability versus others that you've done?
You have confidence no matter where you go that if you're consistently doing it, that you're going to have a chance to win. And I mean, there's a bunch of numbers on this stat sheet that, you know, you would say, wow, we did this. You know, how did we win? You know, we shot 4 for 23 from 3. We had 17 turnovers, and we got a victory. So I think it shows the value of how hard we're playing that end of the floor, and just the athleticism and the length and getting deflections and challenging shots, and so it's at a pretty high level right now.
It wouldn't seem like you've had a team in your tenure that's played this hard literally on every possession, and even going back to the one possession where there are 3 guys on the ground and you force the ball off of them. So it just seems like on a consistent basis every play.
Yeah, I think the play of the game for me was Warren Washington diving on the floor out by half court. I mean, if I could quickly, and I don't know, it feels like so many things just happened over the last 2 hours, but that's one that stands out. It shows a level of desperation that we're playing with, at that end of the floor. And I think the other thing is we're not like allowing some poor plays on offense to like leak into our defense and contaminate our defense. It's still, we're trying to get stops, and that's tough sometimes when you have some turnovers and you're missing shots and you're having a hard time scoring, and to keep going to the well at the other end of the floor, and we've been doing that despite some poor play on offense at times.
We've spoken in the past about players being bought in. What is that extra effort and diving on the floor can I tell you about this group and how bought in they are?
It's as connected a group as I've had, and just they're playing together, play for each other. I mean, we had the turnovers, but we had 15 assists, I think, so that the offensive end we're still willing passers and sharing the ball. It wasn't the cleanest game, but they're competing at a very high level, competing very hard together.
Is there any update from your perspective on where things stand with Marcus?
At this point, Marcus has stepped away, and we're going to support him, and at the moment, that's all I'm going to say about it. Thank you.